Imagine somebody on a Porsche, just sitting, relaxing, lighting a blunt, just thinking about how good a Grizzlies vs Lakers playoff series would be this season. And I want to talk about what would go down if the Grizzlies and Lakers do play each other in the playoffs. So first, let's look at the point guard matchups. Morant, Austin Reeves. Now we know that Morant is a bad defender, but with Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. at his side, I don't think it'll be much of a problem. And with the Lakers having pretty much no center but Jackson Hayes to rely on, that's free food for Ja. In a playoff series between LA and Memphis, I expect Ja to at least average 28 points. I don't know if that's too high to y'all, but their starting center is Jackson Hayes. If you're Ja Morant, you've been attacking centers your whole career. Jackson Hayes should be easy. And for Luka Doncic, obviously that's a matchup you want to exploit if you're LA, especially if Memphis doesn't double. But I think as long as Luka plays decent, then the Lakers will have a pretty good chance at winning the series. Listen, I'm not saying the Grizzlies are a really bad team, or they're not good, right? Actually, this may be the best they've been since 2022. But if we are being honest here, come on. The Lakers, LeBron, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, it's a good squad. And I think it could go exactly how 2023 did if the Lakers just lock in. If Luka plays decent defense, then the Lakers won't struggle as much. But a big problem is that that's not the case. A lot of the times, Luka is playing bad defense. Go look at the finals. Boston vs Dallas. Boston attacked Luka every single time. And Ja Morant could literally do the same. That's why I said he should be at least averaging 28 points. Luka is food on defense. So that's why I have to say, Luka needs to at least put effort in defense if they want to have a chance at winning. Now we get to the shooting guard matchup. Desmond Bane vs Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, man. He's been averaging 28 points in his last 5 games, and he's shooting a career high. So honestly, if he carries that momentum into the playoffs, then that's huge for the Lakers, right? Not only a guy who you can rely on in clutch time, but also a guy who can carry the team when LeBron, but also a guy who could carry the team when LeBron and Luka aren't playing. That's huge because LeBron's 40. He can't play every second of the game no more. And Luka, we know his injury history. Luka gets fatigued quickly. He eats too much. Like I'm Dante. So having a guy like Austin Reeves who could take over at any second is a lifesaver for the Lakers. For Desmond Bane, OMG, this guy's been a fucking demon. Shooting a career high in 3-point percentage, being the leader of Memphis, and he has definitely been better than Ja most of the season until recently, after Taylor Jenkins got fired. Listen, Bane has proved that he could carry this team, not only in stats, but his leadership too. There'd be a lot of times where I see Bane just talking to the team, and I love it. I love that Desmond Bane is taking that role. Because let's be honest, if Ja Morant was taking that role, then they'd be at the gun range every night. So that's definitely going to be a fun matchup. Desmond Bane and Austin Reeves, similar playstyles too. I would love to see how that goes. Santi Aldama and LeBron James. Now Santi Aldama is a bit lazy on defense. He's pretty flat-footed. So that's an easy matchup for LeBron. But in terms of offense, good post player, good shooter, pretty good at slashing and cutting. It's more of so defense that's the problem, right? And for LeBron James, that's a good matchup for you. Because since he's flat-footed, you can slash and you can shoot over him. So that's going to create a lot of opportunities and shots for LA. Now we get to the power forward spot. Dorian Finney-Smith and JJJ. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. has always been an elite defensive player, but this time, I don't think Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be a huge problem on defense. JJJ is probably going to come to the paint to contest LeBron's shots or layups, or contest Luka's. So JJJ's purpose in a playoff series like this is to be a really good help defender, to be good at guarding the paint, and he'll probably play center a few times too. And for offense, obviously, the more shots he makes, the better chances at Memphis walking away to the second round. Listen, I've never really liked JJJ's jump shot. It looks kind of like retarded to me, like I'm Dante. But if he could shoot a high volume, then I don't see why not he shoots him more. But one major thing that Jaren Jackson has to do is get rebounds. It's huge. Even though the Lakers have a bad center, it still doesn't mean you can't get rebounds, because you have a 6'7" point guard and LeBron James trying to get the rebound at the same time as you. So I want to see JJ Jaren improve on that aspect, rebounding. And for Dorian Finney-Smith, 2 sentences: make your shots, play defense. Now we get to the centers. Zach Edey, the 7'4" dude, straight out of UConn. Now Zach Edey has been on the Phoenix Suns before, if y'all don't know. He played with Sulaminati, so yeah, shit's crazy. And that's amazing too, right? Zach Edey, 7'4", really good rim protector, and I think his role, just be a good rim protector during the series. Make sure you're guarding LeBron the right way. Make sure you're guarding Luka the right way. Make sure you're contesting shots in the paint. Don't just be tall. Actually get active, get rebounds. And I think Zach Edey is going to do that. I mean, you're not expecting Zach Edey to be the difference in a playoff series, right? I mean, I don't think anybody's expecting him to be the X factor. But as long as you get rebounds and be a really good rim protector, that's all you're asking for. He's 7'4". He's already going to do enough, just off his height. And for Jackson Hayes, be a good lob threat to Luka. Even though Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson is defending the paint, there's definitely going to be a couple of times where some lob opportunities are going to be available. And Jackson Hayes has to be ready, have good hands, and play good defense, especially on Ja Morant. If Ja Morant is exposing you the whole series, then you're giving Memphis a really good chance at winning. But those are just my thoughts. How do y'all think a Grizzlies vs Lakers series would go? Always open to criticism. Until later, I'll see y'all on Mars. Peace.